If you thought that the Revenge of the Loud Lost episode was bad enough where Lincoln and his siblings killed Craig and his friends, well, guess again. I found another lost episode of the Craig Mario fan segment series. And oh god, this one was way worse than I thought it was. It was a nice sunny day, and I was out shopping for groceries. While I was looking at the DVDs, there was one that caught my eye. Another Craig Mario fan DVD. I picked it up and took a good look at it. The DVD was called the Craig Mario fan segment series. Best of Friends. The cover including Craig and his friends. Logan Russo, David Vlado, Oogie, Tom and Jerry, Freddy, Zuma, Wubbzy, and Holly in a green background. Looks great, I said. I then paid it along with my groceries. When I got home I took a look at the back of the DVD to see the episodes. The episodes were High Trouble, Chocolate with Nuts, Hiccups, The Ballerina Tower, Petals' Secret, and an episode I never heard of, The Chocolate Labrador Killing Spree. I never heard of that episode before, I said. After when I potted away the groceries, I decided to watch my new DVD. I inserted it into my Xbox One. After a couple of promos, it cut to the menu. The menu showed the Mushroom Kingdom. The menu may look lame, but I think it's cool nonetheless. The options were play all episodes, episode selection, audio options, and bonus features. I clicked on play all episodes so I can watch all of the episodes. After Petals' Secret, a warning came up with the background of Peach's castle, however it was blurred out. I hate to ruin the adventure everybody, but this next episode we're about to play was scrapped and it wasn't meant to be viewed by anyone on YouTube. This episode was for the people who felt bad for Zuma, and this episode contains things suitable not for younger audience, like blood, gore, swearing and violence. If you don't like them and you're sensitive by them, go off and watch the other episodes. With that out of the way, let's continue with the adventure. After the warning screen, the intro played but it was off. The sky was dark red, which was to represent blood, and the logo was tinted red, but Craig didn't mind it at all. After the intro and the title card came up, the episode was called The Chocolate Labrador Killing Spree. The title card reveals in a black background with red eyes and sharp teeth. After the title card, the episode began. The episode started with a shot of the Mushroom Kingdom, still with the dark red sky just like in the intro. Just then it panned down, revealing the Paw Patrol members staring at the sky. I also noticed Robodog was in this scene as well.
Are you all seeing what I'm seeing, guys?
Chase asked.
Yeah?
Sky said, feeling worried.
Well, we sure are, Chase.
Rubble said, looking at him.
Guys, I'm scared. Why's the sky all red?
Marshall asked, feeling worried. Everest then patted her paw on Marshall's shoulder just to calm him down.
It's okay, Marshy. It's gonna be fine.
Everest said to her husband.
Maybe something might have caused the sky to become red.
Robodog said. Me and the pups were shocked and gasped, because Robodog never talked in the show before, not even on Paw Patrol as well.
Robodog? You talked?
Rex said to Robodog.
Well, the frick of course I can. I mean, you guys talk, so why can't I, huh?
Robodog said to the pups.
Okay, Robodog, you're not wrong.
Tuck said. At that moment, a dark figure then faded into the shot behind Zuma. The pups were shocked seeing that the dark figure is right behind Zuma.
Zuma?
Coral said to her husband.
What? What's up, love?
Zuma asked.
Look, behind you?
Coral said. Zuma then turned around and seized the dark figure right behind him. He had red eyes, sharp teeth, and sharp claws. As Zuma then said,
who are you?
No questions, mutt.
The dark figure said,
You are my next vessel.
Wait, what? What do you mean by—
I said no questions.
The dark figure said as he interrupted Zuma's sentence.
Because you are next.
After when the dark figure said his sentence, he grabbed onto Zuma by his neck and starts choking him. Zuma choked and screamed at the same time as the Paw Patrol members watched in horror. Coral yelled out. While the figure was choking Zuma, blood could be seen out of Zuma's mouth as it was drooling out of his mouth. As he was still being choked, his look began to change. Zuma's vest was dark red. His collar was dark red as well. His pup tag was black with a red skull on it. His pup pack was dark gray, and his helmet was red with the red skull on it. The dark figure stopped choking Zuma and dropped him as he fell onto the ground with no pulse. The dark figure then faded away from the shot. Coral then ran to his husband.
Zuma, are you okay?
Coral said, feeling worried about her husband. After 10 seconds of silence, Zuma woke up, but his eye was black, and his pupil was dark red as Zuma gets up, not saying anything.
Zuma? Are you alright?
Rocky asked. Just then, Zuma spoke, but his voice sounded demonic.
I'm not under the control of evil. I can do anything none of your pups can do. And now, I'm going to kill everyone in the world and everyone in the Mushroom Kingdom.
He said as he laughed evilly. Chase's expression gone to shock to Matt as he walks to him and confronts him.
Zuma, look man, this is serious. If you do this, things won't be the same anymore.
Chase told him, not wanting him to kill everyone.
What? Not killing everyone?
Zuma said as his voice went back to normal. But Zuma refused what Chase said as Zuma said as his voice turned back into a demonic voice again.
Never. I will kill everyone in the Mushroom Kingdom and everyone else that you love. And I'll start off with you, Chase.
As Zuma then said that, he pulled out a knife and stabs the knife right through Chase's chest. Chase screamed in pain as the knife went through his body. The pups gasped as Tracker screamed in horror.
Chase!
Sky cried, watching her husband being stabbed. Chase grunted in pain as he looked at Zuma.
Zuma! Why?
Chase said to Zuma, wondering why Zuma stabbed him. As he said it, Zuma said this.
It's quite simple, Chase. I have my ways. And the reason why I'm doing this is because that no one gives a fuck about me. And you know what? I'm gonna fucking kill everyone, but everyone fucking hates me.
Zuma said. I was shocked that Zuma sweared at Chase. Because no one doesn't say the F word in the show like that. Zuma then kicked Chase onto the floor as he coughs out blood as Sky stared at her husband's corpse in horror.
Chase! No!
Sky whimpered, about to cry. Chase's eyes began to slowly close as he then died. The pups and I gasped as Chase died. Sky cried over the loss of her own husband.
Oh my god!
Rubble said in horror.
Zuma just killed Chase!
Rubble finished.
You bastard!
Marshall yelled out. Holy moly, I never seen Marshall that angry before. I said to myself.
No, man. Since I killed Chase, I'll get one of you as easy as possible.
Zuma said as he pulled out a flamethrower. He then pulled the trigger and burned the other pups as they screamed in pain as they fainted. After the pups died, Zuma looked at the camera and said this.
Since I took care of the rest of the pups, I'm gonna kill everyone else in the Mushroom Kingdom, one by one.
It then faded to black. It then showed another scene. The next scene showed Craig, Mario, Luigi, Toad, Yoshi, Holly and Special Agent Uso staring at the sky.
Guys? Why is the sky all red?
Craig spoke to the others.
I'm not so sure.
Mario said to his little brother.
You think Bowser and the bad guys are up to something with this guy?
Luigi asked.
Agreed, Luigi. But I gotta tell Paw Pilot and Mr. Dose about this.
Uso said.
Paw Pilot, Mr. Dose.
Uso called out to them as they appear.
You called Oso?
Yeah, what is it, Oso?
Paw Pilot and Mr. Dawes said.
Are you seeing this? The sky had turned red for some reason.
Uso told them. But they didn't know about who turned the sky red. Just then Zuma teleported into the shot, giving them a fright.
Wow. What do we have here?
Zuma greeted in a evil tone.
Zuma? Is that you?
Toad asked.
Well, of course it is me, Toad.
Zuma told them. Just then Zuma said this.
Because I'm now under the control of evil, and I want to do anything no other resident of the Mushroom Kingdom can do. And now, since I'm under the control of evil, you're going to hell.
A portal was behind them which looked like hell as Zuma pushed them in. Craig and the others screamed as Holly howled. Then a fiery explosion was heard as they stopped screaming as the portal closed.
In fact, more killing is better than one.
Zuma said as he looked at the camera. It then showed a compilation of Zuma killing the others, like Freddy, Bonnie, Chica, Foxy, Golden Freddy, Peach, Daisy, Rosalina, the Banana Splits, the kids, Boo, Growling Tiger, Sleepy Bear, Laughing Duck, and the others. It then cut it to black. It then showed Zuma as he stared at the camera and said this.
Now then, since I killed everybody in the Mushroom Kingdom, I think I should get my friends from Adventure Bay a little visit.
Zuma then teleported away as it fades to black. Oh God, I have a bad feeling about this, I said under my breath. It then showed Adventure Bay, as it still has the red sky. It then showed Mayor Goodway and Chicoletta. And Mayor Goodway was looking afraid.
Let's dive in.
A distorted voice said. This scared Mayor Goodway.
You, Zuma?
Mayor Goodway asked. Chicoletta did his normal chicken noises. Just then, Zuma dropped down in front of them.
Hey, Mayor, you got any chickens to spare?
Zuma said. Mayor Goodway and Chicoletta were shocked, seeing what Zuma became. Zuma then grabbed out a knife that was covered in blood and it had bullseye in it. Zuma then raised the knife about to murder Mayor Goodway and Chicoletta.
Zuma! I thought we were friends! No!
Mayor Goodway yelled. As Zuma was about to slash Mayor Goodway and Chicoletta with the knife, it cut it to black. Although Mayor Goodway could be heard screaming and Chicoletta could be heard screaming as well, it then showed another scene. It showed Alex Porter and Mr. Porter talking about something about what happened to Zuma.
Hey, Alex? Have you heard of something about what happened to Zuma?
Mr. Porter asked.
I think so. I think you told me that something might have mind-controlled Zuma. And I'm pretty sure that he killed everybody in the Mushroom Kingdom.
Alex told him. Right before Mr. Porter was about to say a word, Zuma blended in right in front of the two.
Whoa! Zuma? How did you do that?
It's really simple. I'm now under the control of evil now, Mr. Porter. And that means I can do anything no other people in Adventure Bay can do. And since that's out of the way, you guys are all finished.
Zuma said as he held up a chainsaw. Alex and Mr. Porter shrieked in horror as they began to run away from the crazy pup.
Oh, so now we're playing hide and seek. My favorite.
Zuma then teleported right in front of them as he grinned evilly at the two. Zuma then throws his chainsaw as it cuts to black with blood splatter being heard. It then showed her be looking around for anyone, calling out the residents of Adventure Bay.
Aye, where is all those land lovers in Adventure Bay? I wonder if they're okay.
What's that? Got what?
A voice said, interrupting Herbie. He looked around to see who was said it. He called out to see if anyone was there. But however, Zuma stabbed Herbie behind his back with the machete as Herbie dropped to the floor.
Looks like this chocolate Labrador pup is a backstabber.
Zuma said. It then cuts to black. It then showed the outside of the lookout tower. As it shows the inside, Ryder was tied up. He was gagging as he can't talk due to the tape in his mouth. Zuma then stared at the audience as his eyes glowed bright red.
Do you see what I mean now, everyone? This is why Ryder should pay attention to me more often than less attention to his other pups.
Zuma turned around as he said something else.
Ryder, I'm sorry, but this is for your own good.
He then pulled out a pipe bomb as he threw it onto Ryder and disappeared as he didn't want to get caught in the explosion as it detonated. Riders' muffling screams could be heard in the fiery explosion. It then fades to black as I can hear the other residents of Adventure Bay screaming, like Cam Turbot, Francois Turbot, Katie, Carlos, Farmer Yuko, Farmer Ride, Daring Danny X, the Princess of Barkingburg, Earl of Barkingburg, and everyone else. It then showed the Mushroom Kingdom, but it showed a lot of dead corpses of the characters. Suddenly the Mushroom Kingdom exploded as it was on fire and various screams of the characters can be heard. In the background a distorted music box version of the Paw Patrol theme song played in the background. After the music box ended, Zuma teleported into the shot, but he was covered in blood and had bloodshot eyes, similar to his design from Craig Mario Fan Massacre of the Storm as he grinned evilly at the camera.
Hello, dudes. It's me, Zuma. And you know something that I did this time? I've officially killed everybody in the Mushroom Kingdom, and I also killed the residents of Adventure Bay, along with everyone else in the world. You wanna know why? It's because that no one doesn't give a big crap about me, and this is why I went on a killing spree.
Zuma then held up the head of a new pup who was named Roxy, who'll appear in the upcoming season 10 of Paw Patrol.
Oh yeah, and I also took the life of a new pup in the Paw Patrol series named Roxy before I met the versions of Adventure Bay. Now then, be warned. If you ever be afraid of me, I will find you, and I will track you down for good, and I will make you join the others in hell. Anyways, sayonara viewers, and sweet nightmares. Oh yeah, and one more thing, and let the black box point.
Zuma yelled out. He then saluted as me, dropped Roxy's head and walked away laughing evilly as it fades to black, ended the episode. It then showed the credits, but the sky was still dark red and it was on fire and various screams of the characters can be heard in the background. After the credits had cut to black, I was about to take the disc out, but one more thing popped up. It was a close-up shot of Freddy from the Five Nights at Freddy's movie where him and the others were gonna take Springtrap away to the backstage. However, it was edited. His eyes were black, his pupils were red and bloodshot red. He was crying out blood, scary teeth with blood dripping out of his mouth. In the background I can hear the Howie scream mixed with the Five Nights at Freddy's sister. Location jump scare. It then faded to black as it went back to the menu. I was so scared about what I witnessed. I can't believe one of my favorite characters in the series had a horrible life through being made in Paw Patrol and killed everyone. I then recorded the footage and posted it on YouTube. I then destroyed the DVD afterwards. I slept with my Paw Patrol plushies so I can feel safe. Whatever you guys do, stay away from something that'll ruin your childhood. Stay safe.